Hi everyone, I'm Angie Bailey,
And I'm Aurora Newton.
and this is Ask the A-Team.
And we are here. Obviously, if you watched our last segment last week, we just filmed this right afterwards because we're in the same clothes. And that's funny because we talked about that, about how we look and the things that we do. It was a silly segment. But this time we want to talk about what are you doing or not doing that you feel like you're supposed to be doing. And this is something for Angie and I, we talk about a lot. As a little girl, I wanted to be a pastor. I thought I just wanted to preach and speak to people and encourage them and uplift them. But I was told that that's not something little girls do. And as an adult, I was told that that's not something big girls do. So, Angie, why don't you give me a little spin on that? Because I know you had a little different world than I grew up in.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a missionary, and I wanted to pack everything I owned up in a wooden coffin and go somewhere crazy and spend the rest of my life and come back in the coffin.
I love that. I know. See, that's so unique. Obviously, she
I'm a little
is
intense.
still here. Yeah. And she didn't pack all her stuff up in a coffin.
Yeah.
But we do mission trips. We do all kinds. We consider this part of a mission trip.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to speak into people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so here today, we're both pastors. And even by the fact of me saying that on video, there are people out there I know that's going to offend, and I'm sorry. But it's not something that I even tried yeah, I'm not sorry.
Sorry,
Tried
not sorry.
to, sorry, not sorry. It's not something I tried to do. It was something that truly was appointed to me and given to me, and Angie as well. We didn't strive in a negative way. We didn't try to push our way or claw our way to the top, as so many times we can do. But it was just something that we moved in when we were called by God, and it's what we do now. It's it's not who we are, but it is what we do, and it's what we love. It's where our ministry is.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things that, what is it that you've always had this passion to do? What is it that you've been called to do? And that's just one of the things. I know for Angie as well as myself, we talked about our different ministries. Talked about Assert and talked about Anchors and Arrows. We have so many things that we feel we're called to do, and we're trying to move in them, like this video. This has been years and years and years for me. And so I got my bud here to agree. And here we are.
Well, and I think too, it's important to find people that will speak life into your dreams and your calling. I think we're all called. We are all called. We are all made to do something unique. That destiny is all over. But I think it's really important to surround yourself with people that encourage you. That was one of the things that I had in my life. My grandmother was a speaker for Aglow, and she spoke life, and she knows exactly the points that stopped her from going further with that. And so she has always spoken life into that. And I had an uncle that was a pastor, and my aunt that was just as much as a pastor. Perhaps without the title, but just as much as a pastor as he would, that spoke life into my destiny and to the things that God had called me to, and was very real and said, it's not all fun and games, which sometimes from the outside it
looks like all fun and games.
Sometimes sometimes I think when you see somebody else walking in their own destiny, that looks so, because you want your destiny, like you want so much to see your dreams come true, and it's so easy to watch somebody walking out in their own destiny and be like, oh, I wish I had what they had.
Right. And we get that a lot, don't we? We'll have people come up to us and say, well, I wish I could speak from the stage or sing from the stage or do different things like that. But there's a whole lot that goes into that. Personally, for me, I struggled with self-worth for so long and fear of what people would think of me and the judgment of man, that it literally at times made me sick before I would walk out on stage. And even now, Ange, that I have to pray heavily before I walk out there, because I don't want to dishonor God. And there's a really fine tension in that when we're walking on our destiny and knowing that this is what we're called to. and trying to act or perform or strive in something that
Mm.
we're really not called to. And Angie said it's about being unique. Each one of us is unique. She has red hair. I have blonde. Mine is long. Hers is short. We definitely have similarities, but we are way different in many ways. You know, we all are unique, and it's
Yeah.
okay to be unique. It really is.
Well, and I said even last segment, and this is not uniquely mine, but that the world it deserves an encounter with you, not me trying to be like Joyce
Yeah,
Meyer,
right.
or me trying to be like Heidi Baker,
Absolutely.
or any
Or
Oprah
her
Winfrey,
trying to be like
or absolutely. I mean, because the world deserves an encounter with Aurora
Yeah.
Newton
And with
and Angie Bailey.
That's right.
And with you, not you trying to be
Yeah.
someone else.
So
So
important.
that is so important. And really, it's easy to see somebody walking out their destiny and be like, oh, I'm seeing them when they're here, but you don't see everything that it took to get there.
Yeah.
So really, don't ask. Do not ask for some of the things that we have been through. You don't want them.
A prayer and encounter pastor.
Yeah.
Guess what I started doing in church? I scrubbed toilets and I prayed over them because I knew there's a lot of tears. There's a lot of things that happen in bathrooms, a lot of pain and sorrow that in those stalls will never be told. So that's what I did. I was maintenance, so I cleaned toilets and I prayed over those toilets. How many of you want to clean a toilet and pray over it? But it's where I began my journey.
I can't
in
say
working
that I
in
want
churches.
to.
Exactly. But
That is
it was
important.
what I
Absolutely.
was called to do at the time. It was the job that I had, and I loved my job.
And when you're faithful with the little things,
Yeah,
that's when God gives you
the
bigger
things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're going to sign off again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
We decided to make the segment shorter, so we hope that that's fine with you. We hope there's enough meat in there. We know that some of you will send us private Facebook messages. You already have to encourage us different things that we should do, and we try to be real. We try to not be too staged or anything else. But we appreciate those private comments that you send us that help us out.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're all wonderful. Thank you.
You're wonderful. Be uniquely you.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.